$100 bet by getting stuck in playground equipment? How did a 92-year-old woman end up in a bank vault after hours? Some were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, and some were just stupid. But here are 15 people who got stuck in weird places. I'm Danger Dolan's mysterious brother, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 15. Mustafa Danger. With a name like this, you can only imagine where he would have gotten himself stuck. The answer, of course, is 610 feet above the ground on a high wire riding a motorcycle. In trying to complete the Daredevil crossing, Danger, no, not that Danger, made it more than halfway across before coming to a complete halt. He had to be towed back to safety before making it through on his second attempt. Number 14. Kato Berntsen Larsen. When a phone gets dropped down the toilet, there's really only one thing to do. Get stuck in the toilet, thigh deep in shit, trying to fish it out. This happened in Norway, where toilets are shaped in such a way as to make this possible. Larsen went in after his friend's phone, not even his own, after he dropped it while trying to text and pee. He got it, but then was stuck clutching the rim for an hour trying to climb out. And the phone was broken anyway. Number 13. Traffic cone guy. People have seen enough hidden camera shows to know when to avoid something unusual. And that's why a bunch of people walked right by a man with his upper body stuck in a traffic cone. But it wasn't a show, and he actually was stuck. He eventually needed police assistance to pull him out. Number 12. Jamie Bracken Murphy. As you grow up, you come to understand that claw machine games are hopelessly rigged against you. This 3-year-old boy learned that the hard way, and then compensated by simply going in and grabbing his prize himself. An off-duty fireman helped him get out, and he even got to keep his prizes. Number 11. Man in a baby swing. A 21-year-old man in California won a $100 bet, though it may not have been worth it. The bet was that he couldn't fit in a baby swing. He could, it's just that for the next 9 hours, he couldn't get out of it. His friends bailed on him and literally left him hanging there. Number 10. Porta potty guy. Perhaps the only thing worse than being stuck in a toilet is being stuck in a portable toilet, naked. The man wouldn't actually say why he was stuck up to his shoulders in the porta potty or why he was naked, but he was, and it took 40 minutes to get him out. Number 9. Rafael Valadeo. This Brazilian prisoner had an ingenious plan to escape incarceration. Bust through the wall. He and his partner made a hole in the wall with a metal shower pipe, but they made it his partner's sides. He got wedged into the gap and had to be rescued by firemen. Number 8. Andras Toma. This man wasn't stuck in a gap or a toilet or anything like that. He was stuck in a Russian mental hospital for 55 years. Toma was a Hungarian prisoner of war during World War II. After being captured by the Russian army, they put him in a psychiatric hospital, probably for no other reason than that he was speaking Hungarian and the Russians couldn't understand him. There he stayed for over 55 years, forgotten, registered under the wrong name. He never learned Russian, and nobody there bothered to communicate with him in Hungarian until more than 5 decades later. In 2000, he was finally returned to his hometown at the age of 75. Number 7. Trapped skier. Ski lifts aren't really the most comfortable method of transportation in the first place, but imagine hanging upside down from one, by your pants, for 15 minutes with your junk hanging out in the cold with everyone on the slopes watching. That was this man's reality. Number 6. A woman named Germaine. Apparently, this bumbling 92-year-old woman was so forgettable that bank employees literally forgot about her. She was let into a bank vault to access her safe deposit box, and then locked in and left there overnight with no food and no water. Somehow, she was totally fine when she was found, 23 hours later. She was even kind and polite to the people who locked her in. She was just really thirsty. Number 5. Embarrassed mudman. Xiao Chen just wanted to go for a swim in the river. That's all he wanted to do. But he got stuck up to his waist in silt. He had a cell phone, but was too embarrassed to call for help, so he just stayed there for 4 hours until some passing fishermen stopped to help. Those fishermen stripped down to their underwear to pull him out, but the man himself refused to even take his trousers off, even though that would have made it much easier to free him. Number 4. Timothy Cipriani. There's a limit to how much someone should love pizza. Getting stuck in a ventilation duct while trying to rob a pizza shop? Yeah, that's way over the limit. Cipriani tripped the fire alarm trying to break in, so firefighters had to help pull him out of the duct while police officers stood by to arrest him. Number 3. Nicholas White. The man just wanted a cigarette. He took the elevator down for a smoke break. On the way back up, the elevator got stuck, and it stayed stuck for 41 hours. For almost 2 full days, White was stuck in a suspended metal box with nothing but a pack of antacids to sustain him. Number 2. Daniel Chong. Daniel Chong was a University of San Diego student detained during a DEA drug raid. He was found in a house suspected of being used to distribute ecstasy, but was never actually charged with anything in connection with that operation. But he was detained and left in a holding cell and forgotten about for 5 days. That doesn't just mean he was detained for 5 days. No, he was forgotten. Nobody came to check on him, nobody brought him food and water, nobody paid attention to him screaming for help. His holding cell didn't even have a toilet. He nearly died in that room, even carving the words, "Sorry Mum," into his arm with a shard of glass as a goodbye note. And he was never even charged with a crime. Luckily, he was released in time to save his life, but not in time to save him from extreme PTSD. Number 1. A Catholic priest. The full details of the situation aren't publicly known, and maybe that's for the best. All we know is that a Catholic priest called 911 because he was stuck in a pair of handcuffs, and that when emergency services arrived, they also found him to be wearing some sort of gag. Those are just the facts of the case. You guys can do with that information whatever you like.
Vintage Dogs, you know we have a countdown book featuring some of our best scripts on sale now. Links down below for the physical and ebook versions.